Hello students, today we are going to understand the nervous system in animals. Let us take up first the nervous system of invertebrates. Now in invertebrates, for example sponges. Sponges, they belong to the Porifera phylum. In sponges the neurons are absent, and as the neurons are absent, these sponges, they have developed some other mechanism for getting or gathering the signals which come from the environment or which come from the surrounding. As the neurons are absent in their bodies, they have developed some other ways to get the stimulus. The next example that we will see is Hydra. Hydra is a cnidarian. Neurons are present in it, and these neurons, they form a network, and that network is called as nerve plexus. Hydra shows a diffused nervous system. It consists of neurons, sensory cells and nerve fibers. Now these neurons, sensory cells and nerve fibers, they are interconnected with each other by the nerve fibers and the synapses, and it forms a network in the body of Hydra in this way. As you can see in the diagram, it forms a network in the body of the Hydra. As the neurons are spread all over the body of the Hydra, these neurons, they are interconnected with each other with the help of synapse, and this synapse in between their nerve fibers and the nerve cells, this synapse, it makes a network, it creates a network in between them, and that network is called as nerve plexus. Now there are sensory cells scattered all over in the tentacles of the Hydra. These sensory cells, they are scattered all over, but there are no sense organs in Hydra. Sensory cells are there, but sense organs are absent. And in Hydra, there is no polarity in the transfer of signals. Means the direction is not seen in the transfer of signals or transfer of nerve impulses. So that's why the Hydra, in the body of Hydra, the stimulus can be collected at any point in the body, and it can be transferred to all over the body through the nerve synapses or through the synapse of the nerve fibers and the neuron cells network which is formed in the body. That stimulus can be gathered, or that stimulus can be taken anywhere in the body, and it can be transferred throughout the body. There is no polarity in transfer of the nerve impulse in the body of Hydra. The next example we see, that is Planaria. Planaria is an example of phylum Platyhelminths. Now in Planaria, two nerve cords, they join together to form a rudimentary brain. Now as you can see in the diagram, these are the two nerve cords, long nerve cords, ventral nerve cords. They join together to form a rudimentary brain. And here what happens, these two nerve cords, they are connected with each other through the nerve cords or the transverse nerves, like a ladder form, in a ladder manner. As the structure of ladder is in this way, they are connected with each other through the transverse nerve. So these are the nerve cords and these are the transverse nerves. They connect each other in the form of a ladder. So two nerve cords, they arise and they join together to form a rudimentary brain. And there is a space for eye spot over here, or the eye structures which are present over there, they are connected with the nerve cords, ventral nerve cords. These eyes, they are present on the dorsal side of the brain in Planaria. The next example that we will see is the earthworm. Earthworm belongs to the phylum Annelida, and in earthworm, one ventral nerve cord is present and a paired segmental ganglion is present, which are responsible for the control and coordination of the body of earthworm. Ganglion means it is a collection of nerve cells or neurons. Collection of neurons is called as ganglion. So there is one ventral nerve cord and a paired segmental ganglion which are responsible for the control of the body of the earthworm. Next example that we are going to see are the insect. Now, to understand the nervous system of insect, let us see the nervous system of cockroach. So, in cockroach, the nervous system, or you can say the insect, have most developed or well developed nervous system as compared to the other invertebrates. So, in cockroach, the body is divisible into three parts, that is head, thorax and abdomen. Now, in cockroaches, there is a large ganglion which is present or which is situated above the esophagus. Now, suppose if this is esophagus and a large ganglion is present over here above the esophagus. This larger ganglion which is present above the esophagus is called as the supraesophageal ganglion, because it is situated above the esophagus. That's why it is called as supraesophageal ganglion. It acts as the actual brain in the body of cockroach. Now, there is a smaller ganglion which is present below the esophagus, that is called as subesophageal ganglion. Now, this supraesophageal ganglion, it is formed by the fusion of three ganglions, and this subesophageal ganglion, it is formed by the fusion of two ganglions. So, the one which is present above the esophagus is supraesophageal ganglion, and the one which is present below the esophagus is the subesophageal ganglion. These two ganglions are connected with each other by the commissures, nerve commissures. They are called as circumesophageal commissures. These two nerves you can see here, commissures, they are called as circumesophageal commissures. Now, in the thoracic region of the body of the cockroach, thoracic region, there are three pairs of ganglion. There are three parts of the thoracic region. Prothoracic region has one pair, mesothoracic region has one pair, and metathoracic region has one pair. So, altogether in the thoracic region or the thoracic ganglions, there are three pairs of thoracic ganglions. Whereas in the abdominal region of the cockroach has 10 segments in it. So, the first 5 segments have 5 pairs of abdominal ganglions, and in the 6th segment the ganglions are absent, and the last pair of ganglion is situated in the 7th segment. So, in the abdominal region there are about 6 pairs of ganglion. They are called as abdominal ganglion. So, in this way the situation of the ganglions in the body of cockroaches are: the supraesophageal ganglion is situated above the esophagus, subesophageal ganglion is situated below the esophagus, and both of them are connected by the commissures called as circumesophageal commissures. And there are 3 pairs of ganglions in the thoracic region. They are also connected by the commissures. There are 6 pairs of ganglions in the abdominal region. First 5 pairs are present in the first 5 segments, and the last pair is present in the 7th segment, and all these are also connected by the commissures, nerve commissures. Now, from these ganglions the nerve fibers, they arise. From the supraesophageal ganglion 3 pairs of nerve fibers arise, or nerves arise. Now, the first pair of the nerve fibers is the antennary nerve, because it controls the movements of the antenna in the cockroach. It is called as antennary nerve. It goes to the antennas. The second pair is the optic nerve. It controls the movement of the eyes. So, it is called as optic nerve. It goes to the eyes. The third pair of the nerve fibers is the labrofrontal nerve. It goes to the upper lip, labrum. So, that's why it is called as labrofrontal nerve. It controls the movement of the upper lips in the cockroach. Now, from the subesophageal ganglion, there are 4 pairs of nerve fibers that arise. The first pair is the mandibular nerve. it goes to the mandibles. It controls the movement of the mandibles in the cockroach. The second pair is the maxillary nerve. This pair of nerve goes to the maxillae of the cockroach. It controls the movement of maxillae. The third pair goes to the labium or labia. So it is called as the labial nerve. It controls the movement of the lower lip, labia. So it is called as the labial nerve. And the fourth pair, it goes to the cervical region. That's why it is called as cervical nerve, and it controls the movement of the neck region in the cockroach. So from the thoracic region, thoracic pairs of ganglion, also the nerve fibers arise which control each and every part of the thoracic region. Whereas in abdominal region also, from the ganglions, the nerve fibers, they arise which control the abdominal area or abdominal region. So in this way, from the ganglions, the nerve fibers arise in the body of cockroach which control each and every part in the body of the cockroach. Now, in the body of insect, there are three parts of the nervous system. First is the central nervous system. It consists of brain. Central nervous system, it consists of brain or the supraesophageal ganglion. The second part is the PNS, that is peripheral nervous system. It is made up of nerve fibers. The third part, that is ANS, that is autonomous nervous system, it is made up of 4 ganglions. It consists of 4 ganglions. First is the supracerebral, the one which is present above the brain. The one which is present above the brain is called as supracerebral ganglion. Second is hypocerebral ganglion, the one which is present behind the brain, that is called as hypocerebral ganglion. The third is the ingluvial cerebral ganglion, and fourth is the proventricular ganglion. So, in the body of insect, the nervous system has 3 parts. Central nervous system, it consists of brain. Peripheral nervous system, it consists of nerve fibers. And autonomous nervous system, it consists of 4 ganglions. These 4 ganglions, the one which is present above the brain, that is called as supracerebral. The one which is present behind the brain is called as hypocerebral. The one ingluvial cerebral and proventricular cerebral. Now, the body or the nervous system of the insect is well developed as compared to the nervous system in other